Hi, my name is Andres. We are Cubans living in Utah.
Yes, and for the past few years, we have been witnessing a lot of radical left ideology here in Utah. We have been speaking out against different groups from the left that are trying to bring communism into the US. These groups travel to Cuba, they get indoctrinated by the regime, and then they come back here. And their purpose is to do a revolution so that they can achieve communism in the country.
Yes, about 1 year ago, like year and a half ago, Gabby and I was able to meet in a reunion or a meeting that was hosted for some of these young guys that used to go to Cuba to meet with the main heads of the Cuban dictatorship, learn from the mindset of the Cuban government to somehow, in some way, try to export the communist ideas over here to United States, specific in Utah. We are witness on the first hand of that because we was able to go to one of those reunions. We was able to hear all what those guys had to say. We was able to understand how brainwashed they were. We tried to debate with them because of course we are from Cuba. We really know how is the Cuban reality, and we don't want that reality to become the reality over here in the United States. Of course, no. We want to do the battle against that. That was what we did that day. Besides that, we also try to report, especially Gabby over here. She tried to report all these organizations, extremist groups. We haven't been very successful reporting that, to be honest, but we try and we're gonna keep trying. That's why.
Yeah, that's why we have created Youth for Liberty. It's a non-profit that has the purpose to educate young Americans about the dangers of communism and about the importance of preserving the freedoms that we enjoy here in America. So we really want to ask you for your support at this time, where we live in a country and in a state that if you have a different opinion, you are called a fascist or a Nazi or a racist immediately, and you can even lose your life over that. So we ask you for your support to join us. If you know any young person or you yourself are a young person and you want to join us, we welcome you. We really need your support. For now, just following us on social media, Instagram account specifically, that's called Youth for Liberty. We are trying to get as many young people as possible to learn about these ideologies and, of course, to continue to report these groups. And one day we hope to find how they manage to make it to Cuba, to travel to Cuba often, and to be indoctrinated by the Cuban regime itself, because that doesn't sound legal at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It is not legal at all. Cuba is a government that supports terrorism. Of course, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't happen. That kind of thing shouldn't be happening right now. And yeah, that's why we wanted to create this organization. Yeah, I hope you guys give us some support, following us on social medias, and you want to learn something about communism and those stuff. We really want to expand the messenger. Especially in these times, we all know what happened on September 10, last September 10. I think that now, more than ever, it's very important to keep raising our voice, especially conservative people like us. Keep fighting for the right, and keep fighting for what we think and we are not sure is right. Don't let this type of stuff let you down, and that's why we create this organization.
Yeah, and just to give you a point of view of how terrible is the situation in Utah, we have talked to state representatives, we have talked to other politicians in the state, we have reported these groups on podcasts, on radio shows, on conferences, and nothing has happened. Nobody has shown interest in investigating who sponsors these groups, how do they travel to Cuba. So we have really been trying our best to fight them, and we haven't been able to. So we just created this organization to create awareness, okay, so that we all know what's going on, that we pay attention what groups we join, what organizations we join, because they might have a name that sounds very appealing. For example, if they're fighting for some kind of social justice or justice for some kind of group, right? But we have to be careful because they usually hide under different names, and when you look at what they teach, what they preach, is actually pure communism, and we're really, really worried about it, and we don't want this beautiful state to get worse in this situation.
Of course not. Of course not. We're gonna be here to keep pushing the battle against those organizations, terrible organizations actually.
Yes. Well, that's it, you guys. If you want to follow us, you can find us on Instagram, Youth for Liberty, and we will be posting a lot of content there to bring more people to join us, to educate the youth, and maybe somehow make a difference in Utah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.